Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Okay, this is the second part of how we are fixing or resolving academic related issues that we face on University of Ghana campus. In this video, we are going to talk about result issues and certificate issues. So guys, do stay tuned and subscribe to my channel. Okay, so we are picking the result related issues first because you're not going to get your certificate if you don't have results, right? So we are picking the result related issues first. These are issues that people encounter. I have so many of them coming to the department for resolution. So this video will actually help you know what you need to do when you encounter any of these issues. So we are picking the results. The first result related issue. My results are not showing on my academic record. What do I do? Your result is not showing on the academic record. What do you do? And before I get to read the university's response, I just need to point out that the result you are saying on Sakai is not what you'll be graduating with. The only place that the university recognizes, or you can get your results shown or confirmed or even used for any other reason, is your MIS work, particularly your academic record. So if your result is showing on your Sakai LMS, it's showing on your Sakai LMS, but it's not showing on your academic record, you fall within this problem. At this issue, you need to find a resolution to it. If you don't resolve it, it's going to be like that until it's time for you to leave the school and you realize how stretched and then stressed you are going to be. Okay, so what the university says, place a report to your departmental examination officer and fill out a complaint form. So this is what happens. Each department has an examination officer. So if your result is not in, I see people usually going straight to the lecturers. Yes, sometimes the lecturers are able to resolve it for you. So if you've tried that and it worked, that is great. But if you've not tried that, or you tried and it didn't work, just go to the department, go to the secretary or the general's office. At the general office, go to the secretary or the general office and then let the secretary know your result is not in. Before you go there, make sure you know the course code and the course title, and then the lecturer who taught you. Don't go there thinking the department knows who handled this course and then in this year. Know the course code, the course title, and the lecturer who taught you, okay? Because you need all these things to fill the complaint form. When you're able to meet the examination officer, they would resolve it for you. So just do it this way and you're going to find. Please don't go around telling any TA or asking any TA about your results. This is what you need to do. TAs don't give grades. So make sure you use the right medium and you'll have your problem resolved. Okay. The next issue is, what are the procedures for remarking? Okay. You see, God, this is something I would. Okay, let me just stop. Let me read it, guys. Let me be serious. Okay. What are the procedures for remarking? I really wish nobody would want to go for remarking, but if it's necessary you go. I wish you the very best. This is how you have to go about it. You need to apply to the Director of Academic Affairs, and if your application is approved, you are going to pay the appropriate fees. Remarking is not free. It's an extra job you are giving to the lecturers, so you are going to pay for it. So the academic director's office is at the academic affairs behind Commonwealth at Great Hall. So if you go there, you'll have to apply. I don't know what should be in the application letter, but I would suggest you first go there and make inquiries on what the content of the application letter should be. You write and then you apply. Afterwards, if it's approved, you pay the appropriate fee and your work will be remarked. So these are the two main issues on result and certificate related issues. We have 4 of them, and please pay attention. This applies to everyone, including those who are yet to graduate and those who have graduated and don't have their certificate. Where can I collect my certificate if I do not take part in the graduation ceremony? Okay, so let me just say, you can choose not to take part in the ceremony, but you still have to make payment for your graduation processes. So this is what you do. If you don't want to partake in the ceremony and you now want to pick your certificate, this is what you do. Graduated students can collect their certificates from the Academic Affairs Directorate with their ID cards after paying the appropriate fee. The amount will be on the notice board at the cash office. So you would have to pay. Whether or not you participate in the graduation ceremony, you are going to pay. As of last year, it was 250 Ghana cedis. So you need to pay that before you can go to the Academic Affairs Directorate at Great Hall. I think it's D2, either D2 or D4, one of the D2 or D7, one of them. You go there and then you would enter some few details and they'll give you a time to pick your certificate. So that's not too stressful. I have misplaced my certificate. Girl, you see your certificate. Why? Hey, please make a copy. Okay, make a copy or get certified true copies of your certificates. Don't, so that you don't find yourself wanting. Or get better still, get a scan one. Get your certificate scan. I'm not saying you can't misplace it, but it's some way. Okay, but I'm not saying you can't misplace it. Anything can happen. I don't have a problem with that. Just make sure you are taking good care of it, because the university has just one original certificate. The moment you misplace that, it will be very difficult. But let's get to the issue and how the university provides a resolution. I have misplaced my certificate. I have misplaced my certificate. Can I apply for a new one? That's the issue. And this is the response. The university issues only one certificate to each student. The university issues only one certificate to each student. In the event that you lose your certificate, the students can apply for a transcript and a letter of attestation from the Academic Affairs Directorate. So, if you misplace your certificate, there is no way you are going to get one. You see, usually the certificate have some serial code or something beneath it. So that makes it uniquely yours. It's just for you. So if you misplace it, you are not going to get any other copy of the original certificate. So please make certified true copies of them. What you get is an attestation, a letter that testifies to the fact that you have graduated and you had this class, and your transcript, you get your original transcript. Those are the 2 letters you can get. Aside that, you're not going to get your original certificate. There's no way you would get it back. The third issue, I am out of the country, but needs to have my certificate. Can I send someone to collect it on my behalf? So if you graduate and you need to have your certificate and you're not in the country, what do you do? This is what you have to do. A letter of authorization signed by the student can be given to someone to collect the certificate on his or her behalf. However, it will be solely at the discretion of the Director of Academic Affairs. People can force signatories, so it's important that the Academic Affairs be very, very careful in giving out people's certificate to other people. So you can give a letter of authorization signed by you, and if possible add your student's ID, a copy of your student's ID, give it to the person, a third party, and the person will get it for you. But you just have to note that it's at the discretion of the Academic Affairs Directorate. The fourth and last issue for this part is, what should I do when my name does not appear correctly for the online registration for graduation? Usually there are steps that you need to follow, and then it's communicated during prior to the graduation ceremony. But please, if your name is not correctly spelled, make sure you follow the procedures provided prior to graduation, else you may end up using the same name on your certificate. So this is what you need to do. Visit the university website for congregation link for all enquiries. So as I said, prior to the graduation ceremony, the university gives a published details on what to do, what to expect, and all that. So if you have this issue happening to you or facing this issue, that's what you need to do is make sure you go to the appropriate link for the appropriate congregation link. Read all the important information there, and you would see what to do exactly to get your name corrected. Okay, if you don't do that, you may end up using Akwasi Mensa when your name is Akwasi Menu for graduation. That means it's not for you. Okay, so you need to be very, very serious with your certificates and your personal details. This is the end of this part, and we are going to see you next week with a different part. But just before we go, make sure you've subscribed to my channel, and if you have any comments on your certificate, any questions, concerns on your certificate or your results, just drop them in the comment section, and I'll be glad to provide responses to the best of my knowledge. Thank you for staying with me. This is Victoria's HelpDesk.